Welcome to
BamBam-O-Rama, BamBam-O-Rama, BamBam-O-Rama.
Hey everyone, welcome to BamBam-O-Rama. My name is Jackson Grist.
My name's Adrian Estrada.
I am Maddox Robinson, and this is
Elijah Edwards.
And these gentlemen are from Inviticus, a local band that's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're missing one, though. Is that correct?
Yes, he decided to get sick over this weekend.
Some people are very selfish. Yeah.
That's real rude.
I know.
Did you tell him to get sick on his own time?
I know. The one weekend.
So, Maddox, tell us a little bit about how y'all started that, speaking of.
I started guitar about 2 years ago when I moved from my dad's. And originally, I was just supposed to stay here for like 7 weeks because I wasn't even supposed to stay here. But for that summer, I stayed. And after that summer, I went back for like not even a week. And I flew back here and I started living here from like 2 years ago. And like the day I flew back here, it was like a day before school started. I was like up basically almost all night, I think. So it was like really hard that first day, but we made it through. I just started playing guitar. I got really interested. Billy Pond, he had introduced it to me, and it was very, very life-changing. You know, it like kind of, made me think better, I would say, and it made me have better choices and who I hang out with.
A lot of people in high school want to distract you from the things that you're interested in. Unfortunately, that's the world, and y'all should stop that. What interested you about guitar? Did Billy just bring it to you and say, "Hey, check this out"?
He just brought it to me. But
Okay.
I mean, also like another thing interested me too is just like I just want to know what it felt like, because I know there's a lot of people out there who like listening to like Metallica, Linkin Park, and other stuff with my dad like when I was like 8 and 10 and stuff. I was like, that'd be pretty cool maybe. And I picked it up and I tried it. First, didn't sound good, and I thought I could never learn it. Maybe like a week or two, I was like, okay, yeah, I think I've got it. But I remember staying up like the whole night trying to learn. He said he would get me a guitar because I really wanted this guitar. And he said if I could learn Jimi Hendrix National Anthem of like week 2 in the guitar, he said he'd get it for me.
And did you?
What do you think? Oh, no.
Oh, no. I mean, I was kind of hoping.
Oh, no.
I thought this was an underdog
Right?
story for me.
Oh,
I
no.
was excited.
But no, it's just as I played more and more, I got more comfortable and like just wanted to start playing, not just by myself.
Right.
But I just wanted to play instruments with other people and stuff because I like the experience. Because whenever I play bass for Billy Pond's band, Corn-Fed Cadillac, it feels really good, like it's like in my soul and stuff. Like I just really like it. Elijah hadn't really started drums yet because like he played it before, but then like I think he just quit or something, or like didn't play as much. And then I started talking to him since he started getting into metal, all of his stuff.
I was already in the metal
You were?
for like 2 years, yeah.
Oh, well, when I started talking to him, he got into metal. I remember the first time I met him, when was the first time I met him?
At the Haunt.
Okay, yeah, so it was
2022.
the Haunt of 2022 season, and it was in the room that we practice in for bass, or for Corn-Fed Cadillac, and he was just sitting on the drum set, just chilling. And I think I just went in there and got something and then left.
You asked me to zip up your.
Oh
Like
yeah,
black.
that thing. No, this sounds wrong. No, not anything what you're thinking, but yes, I had something I had to zip up in the back. Wasn't a dress
You're wearing a
either.
costume?
Skin suit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What was the costume you were wearing?
It was just a black skin suit.
Okay, like a morph suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I started talking to Elijah. He came and slept over in March or April. What was
That
it?
was March 16th or
March
15th.
16th. He's good with dates.
After the con.
When did you sleep over there for the first time of 2023?
That was March after the con.
Oh yeah, okay, so it was that, and then we started, he started coming over a lot more, and we started going up to the Haunt and playing because I told him you should, hey, get back into it and stuff, and he got back into it. I think the first song we attempted to learn was For Whom the Bell Tolls. It was pretty good, and then we started playing it more and more, and yeah, but then it was just us for a minute. We didn't have a band name. We were just chilling. After a while, I had to leave for my dad's again, which I was gone. I think I left May 24th. No, May 26th. And I got back July 10th. And I remember getting back, Billy had told me that there was a rhythm player, or a lead player, interested in a band or anything. So we met him. His name is Trip Hawk. and he's a very good player. Very good player.
I don't think I've met Tripoc, but I know
You've
I
heard of
see
him,
him on
yeah.
my Facebook
I think
all
I'm
the
friends
time.
with
Yeah.
him and the people on our Facebook.
Yeah, no, he's
right?
he's a very good player. He's a very good player.
We'll probably end up
He's
having
tall.
them in these chairs someday.
He is tall.
Oh, is he?
He is, yeah.
He
From
is
the pictures
tall.
I've seen on Facebook, he is.
But no, he's a very good player.
Nice.
He was with us, and then after a while, I think he had other stuff going on, so I didn't want any like pressure, like of us. So like I think it was just like I just let him know, hey, if it's all chill. So I mean,
So is Trip if you don't mind me interrupting, is he the third piece we're missing right now, or is
he
you're
is
getting-
not.
Okay.
The third piece we're missing is a bassist named Braden Newbold,
Okay.
who's a very cool kid from my school. He listens to the stuff that, well, he listens to stuff that Elijah used to listen to. That's like Cannibal Corpse and Mastodon and all them. He got a new album from like 2 Mastodon albums and the new Cannibal Corpse album for his birthday. So he all unboxed them with me on FaceTime. So it was pretty good. But no, it just took time. It took time to form Inviticus. We're still looking for a lead player. Cause, why not have one guitar? You can have 2.
What are you looking for in that lead player?
Just the drive.
Tell the world.
Just the
world.
drive, man. Just
drive.
just gotta stick with it.
And you guys are how old again?
I am 14. He is.
I'm 14. He's turning 15
Yes.
in
And
June.
the third guy is.
Braden he just turned 14.
I'm
You
not
probably
gonna-
want somebody in the same age group as you.
He's 2 weeks
Probably
younger
like
than me.
probably like 13
Braden.
to 16. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm jealous of these kids. When I was 14, I wanted to look like a rock star like these kids do. I looked like I had a chili bowl cut because my parents wouldn't let me grow my hair long. Look, I looked terrible.
Yeah, that's how
Well-
Braden looks. He his parents weren't letting him grow his hair out. I think he finally convinced them, so he's starting to grow it out. Originally, he had like a Justin Bieber kind of side swoop. He's brushing it out now to where it has like a middle part like mine almost. So
Oh, that's
we're
hilarious.
improving. We're improving.
Nice. We cherish it.
Cherish
it while you can.
I grew my hair out to my shoulders once, and then I got tired of it, and I buzzed it all the way down, and then I was like, I'm going to grow my hair back out. And then I found out I didn't have any more hair. So I'm just stuck with this.
Hair transplant.
I mean, I thought about it.
It would be fun. We could film that.
Make it for content.
Yeah. You'd film you. We get like, the chisel thing.
We'll make it like a real serious documentary.
Yeah. It'd be great.
Be great.
So tell us more about Midicus and what you guys are planning. I mean, we talked a little bit to Mannix right here. Elijah, can you tell us just a quick bit about that background, the Mastodon, and those influences real quick?
Well, I started listening or getting into the genre with Green Day when I was about 10 years old. And that's where I got inspired to play the drums from. I don't really remember where I found it, or what got me into it, but I started getting into heavy metal bands and thrash metal bands like Metallica, just all the classic ones. Yeah.
And those bands got you interested in drums. Did you go pick up a drum set? Did you join the school band? How did you get sticks in your hand?
Well, it started with the sticks, but then Billy Pond bought me a drum set. So when
Good
I
dude.
started getting interested in
He's
it,
a very nice guy. And,
Very,
and by no
very
means
nice
are we
guy.
being told to say this.
which is the one I still use right now.
No, that's really cool, though. It's great. On that same note, why do you think art is important to share with each other like that?
I think the art like that is just like expressing on how like you feel and stuff. Like Cannibal Corpse, pure anger. Maybe they're at peace with themselves, and at that time they were just full of pure anger. You can have other stuff like country where you're at calm with yourself, and or then blues. You're broken. Sharing it with other people is just expressing how you feel, and expressing to other people is how they may feel.
I like that. It's good.
That's true. I dig that. I do want to go back to a little bit of y'all's story y'all were telling a minute ago. Y'all talked a little bit about meeting at the haunt. Would y'all explain to our audience what you mean by the haunt? What is that? Is that y'all's
So-
practice pad?
The haunt is a haunted house that Billy Pond owns, and he's owned it since 98. And then he's owned it since 98, and it's a very good haunted house. It's a very good haunted house.
good.
But in that haunted house, there is a small room that's made, I want to say, 20 feet by... Yeah. 20 by 30. It's very cool. But, this room is, it's very cool band room. I think he has 3 EVH heads, like a 2 stack, or like a 1
Lights are
full
flickering
stack.
out in that room now.
Oh, yeah, they are. There's like one whole stack of bass amp and then a drum set. It's very cool. And there's monitors. It's very cool.
I'm not gonna lie, like having and that's y'all's practice pad right now.
No.
No? Oh.
Our practice pad is my room where the
Oh,
drum
okay.
set takes up like 30%.
I was gonna say having a practice pad called the Haunt is like the most metal thing.
Nope, we don't got the haunt. We got the house. We got the house.
When they drive and
It
they
used
drum
to be.
stuff, then they can go anytime.
Then they can go. There you go.
Yeah.
It's still a really cool experience, though, right? It's a nice foot to start on.
Very cool. I will say this though, like the first time I ever heard him, I think the first time I ever went to practice with his band before I even started playing, or like I did, but like I was, like 3-4 weeks. I remember him turning that guitar, It's a very cool experience for the first time ever hearing guitar though, like that loud. Scares you, but.
Oh, definitely.
Do you particularly like certain guitarists now that you're focusing on?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, let's get into that. Who are y'all into right now?
For
James
me,
Hetfield for him.
okay.
A lot.
You say your stuff. You say your stuff.
Right now, favorite bands or favorite?
But
Whatever,
people.
yeah.
I'd say my favorite bands that have influenced me the most recently would probably be Motorhead, Black Sabbath, bands like that. I can't really remember right now.
Do you get a lot of the drum out of it, or is it the whole band as a package that really gets you going?
It's both. I like, Phil Taylor and Bill Ward and Mikey D of both, but it's just the whole band mostly, like the bass for all these bands and everything. Just in general, it's the whole power of it.
I think my bands right now are Metallica, Pantera, yeah, Nickelback. Think of it. Guns N' Roses.
And then Roses?
Guns N' Roses I've been listening to a lot right now, and I don't know why. Like I think I heard Paradise City one day, and it just started like a little rabbit hole. I don't know.
I get that. That album, what was it? Illusion,
Appetite
Appetite of Destruction, right?
for Destruction is a very good album.
Whatever. I can't remember titles. We're gonna put
But
that
I
in the list of
think-
things I fuck up.
I think for the rhythm is gonna be James Hetfield, because
I
I
get
mean
that.
like Metallica's great. It's just Hetfield I think adds so much, and like just his ideas, his creativity, and just his riffs in general. Because I mean, like Master Puppets, that one after the intro, I don't know how.
He does some interesting things playing while singing.
Oh yeah.
Is impressive, I feel. Granted, when you have the time to practice, it might take away the difficulty of that, but I don't know.
And then for Pantera, it's obviously gonna be Dimebag.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace. I mean, he was phenomenal. He should have not been killed in the way he got killed. I mean, no. I think it was very wrong how he died. He was a really true good player, good person too. And then for Guns N' Roses, honestly, just the whole band in general, especially Duff McKagan's bass. Like, I mean, I think that really adds the back end to it that makes it just, like actually like push and drive.
Whenever you're trying to shape your band and the sound that you're going for, you've got a few songs right now?
We have a few songs.
I'm not going to ask you the cheesy, what do you guys sound like? I don't like that
Yeah,
question.
I know, yeah.
But what I do want to ask you is, what are some of the things you concentrate on whenever you're writing?
Whatever comes up to our minds, especially Elijah, like it'll be constant because I'll just be chilling, like just practicing and stuff. Like I'll just be doing nothing. Here he is, line, and after line. Like it's crazy the stuff he can write. Like it's great. So like we don't have a specific thing to write, but we do like the darker kind of writes, especially him because he has some dark ideas.
You want to share any
You
of your
wanna
insight
you
into
wanna
it?
share?
Darkness.
It's not that I can think of right now. General topics, metal topics.
Do you draw inspiration from anything else outside of the music, though? I mean, is there like a certain movie or TV series that really you think about a lot when you're writing?
I don't watch a lot of movies, but Maddox can probably answer that.
Not really. I just think about like real world topics, like like war and stuff. There's another song right now. It's gonna be about war, and then yeah, it's mainly for me. It's just like real world topics that happens in like an event, something that could happen, or like the present of what's happening now. That's like really messed up in the world, and I like using those kind of topics for me.
That's a pretty big thing to be thinking about at 14.
It is, yeah. I'll tell you, I didn't think of anything about war until 9/11 happened. No, I had a happy high school experience until that happened.
Yeah.
Or not happy. That's not the right way to say that.
High school's never happy.
Let's just try to get something lighter than war. Speaking of war never changed. Do you
don't
watch
think war
Fallout?
is fun?
I've played the game. Very good game. I haven't watched the series yet though.
That's good.
I want to watch the series so bad though, but I just keep forgetting.
Well, we'll pause this right now. We'll watch the series.
We're gonna get back in.
Yeah, pause this.
We'll come back in
Don't
8 hours.
Listen to us.
But you've seen Circus of the Dead, correct?
Oh yeah, we have.
Yeah. What do you guys think about getting into that kind of like making music just on horror and stuff like that? Since you like darker stuff, does that ever get?
Well, me and Elijah here have thought about making a song based off that movie. We have thought about it a lot, and I think we want to. It's just we don't have the structure for that song right now, but we want to write about that.
It's just building instrumentals right now.
Yeah, we're just like the whole thing we do is we write out all the guitar parts and all the drums. Cause on one of our songs that we've got going, it's like 5-6 minutes. That whole time we're not singing, we're just playing. Later on, we'll add all the vocals and stuff. That's how we do it.
I don't know if we heard this part, but do you do the vocals or?
I'm gonna be doing vocals. He's just gonna be doing drumming, and then Braden's just gonna be playing bass. Hopefully backup vocals though. So I'll have to talk him into that.
He didn't seem very interested in it.
No, he
last
did
time.
not. No, he did not.
Maybe you can get him like a vocoder or something like that.
That's my job to motivate him.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, and a cease and desist on the Circus of the Dead song. So
Sorry. We've been cut off by management. Stop talking about the song. It's a secret song. There's a secret recipe going on.
no, they
Can't-
can't do it. They're not allowed.
Oh, they're not.
Oh, they're not allowed.
They're not allowed.
They're not big enough.
Dang. Will Inviticus be featured on the soundtrack of
I
Circus
don't
of the
know.
Dead too?
I don't know. I don't think we're that good enough.
Oh. I bet you are.
I mean,
see. I don't know.
joking aside, good enough. What are you shooting for? What is the ultimate goal? I mean, there's so many bands out there that, of course, would aspire to be on a stage somewhere, but
Just gain a local following.
Go the distance.
you started like a social media thing going on.
We kind of have a Facebook. We rarely post on it. We're going to be posting on it more because on June 1st, we're going to be having our first gig at where?
These guys are doing it. It's their gig.
I feel like oh my god.
I was just gonna let you finish.
I was like, sweet, our festival's gonna get plugged, and we didn't even say anything.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing June 1st at y'all's gig. Sorry.
Oh, it's fun. That's staying in.
I just got told we were playing a gig, not the details. My apologies.
No, you're good.
But yes, on June 1st, we're having our first gig. We'll be posting about it more on our Facebook. We don't really have an Instagram or TikTok really going, though, because the main thing we want to focus on is just play and practice and get better. That's what I think like most bands don't do nowadays. It's always just they want to post more than they do we want to play. Like they want to like try to get their name out than they do want to like play and like feel the music, like play for music. They just want to get for like fame, attention, and popular.
It's always good to get your name out there, though.
It is a good way to get your name out there, but it's just it comes to the point where it's practice what you preach.
Yeah, it's tough. There's definitely a balance you have to find between it. And you are right. There's a lot of people who seem to search more for fame than to search for their own art.
There is one
That's
band though
important.
that I've recently been seeing on Instagram Reels a lot. It's Morning High. Have you heard of them?
No, I haven't.
They're good. Like they're good.
I'll check them out.
They sound a lot like, I guarantee you, if you listen to them, you'll automatically know what they sound like. But they are very good. Like, they have, like, the style of how they played Megadeth. They have it. Like, they are good. Like, they have lead, rhythm, bass, and vocals, and drums, too. It's great. I genuinely think if they get big enough, they could bring back thrash a lot more.
So are you guys specifically going for a thrash sound overall whenever you say that?
Honestly, I think we just want to be diverse in our sound. We don't want to have one specific sound because I think it gets boring. Because it's like if you try to like play one thing and like the same thing, trying to do like really fast picking with like insane chords and stuff, it just gets boring. Have some slow riffs that pack a punch. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I just think sticking to one like sound or like sticking to one kind of like genre, there's no point. Staying in the metal genre, sure. Like we're not just gonna flip around and go do blues,
Right.
but like changing like within the subgenres of metal.
Right, sure. Like going from thrash, maybe math.
It's like Metallica did. They went thrash and then they just slowly started going to what they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've been very influenced by. Like they didn't care what anyone said. They did what they want to do.
Do you have obviously you're talking about adding a lead type guitarist as well. But do you have any other aspirations to later add other instruments?
I was thinking the saxophone.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be
kidding.
sick.
No, I think just keeping a 4-piece or maybe even a 5-piece someday. Who knows? A 4 or a 5-piece would be cool. But I think it's just like if you had too many members, it's just like gets to the point where it's just like how can you keep up and keep organized? Because it's like if one goes, yeah, you can add another one, but it's like the others, how are they gonna feel about this new person? And it's just as soon as one leaves or one dies or something like that, the morale just goes down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already down because they're dead, but like it's gonna go down even more. Maybe like one day, like not having it permanent, but maybe like add a piano in one song or something. I mean, I think that might be pretty cool. Or maybe
Like
even
keyboard.
No, not keyboard. Not a keyboard. Slow down. But maybe like a piano or an organ, because organs have always fascinated me. You know,
Organs
like,
are sick.
Yeah, organs like they've always fascinated me, like the way they sound and then like the bass thing you got going, like controlling with your feet. 12 strings too, yeah, because. You know, like Hotel California, I've been listening to that a lot for some reason. I don't know why, but that 12 string in the beginning, it's great. Like,
It's a good song that people hate because it got overplayed.
We were listening to it
Yeah,
last night.
absolutely.
That's
I was
what it
listening
is.
to it last night.
It was a great song. Don't let anyone ever tell you anything bad about it.
It is a great
It got
song.
overplayed, and that's the problem I have.
I mean, I you can kick me in the balls for saying this if you want.
Stand
but,
up, please.
I mean, I wouldn't mind not hearing it again because I've heard it so many times. But it's an amazing song. I used to listen to the radio. If radio didn't overplay stuff, then
Yeah, radio is a big part of it. Very
yeah.
true.
What's getting overplayed for y'all is the little bits on TikTok.
I've been getting off TikTok recently. Like,
There you
I've
go.
not been scrolling on it a lot. I've been on Instagram Reels. Much better place, in my opinion, because, you know, actual funny stuff happens on Reels.
Right.
Some disturbing stuff. But TikTok, I feel like it's just so, like, rinse, repeat. There's so many people that just copy and copy and copy. I mean, yes, I'll see it on Instagram Reels, but, like, it's more...
That's just how the algorithm works.
But it's just like I feel like Instagram has a better algorithm. I'll try to like stuff, search up Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, like everything in the search bar. I will never get it. I will never get the algorithm. But if I go look it up and just start liking guitar stuff on Instagram, boom.
Yeah.
Like it's just I feel like Instagram works better
It's hard
in
to
a way.
maintain it though, because then it falls apart.
Yeah, I agree that I don't like TikTok as much. We have to play it since we're trying to play this YouTube game
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the social media game. We have to do a lot of TikTok stuff and focus on it. So I understand where you're coming from. And I think it's just like that personal preference. It's kind of the old argument with Chevy and Ford back in the day. Now it's iPhone, Android. And it's really just that. It is pick your poison. It's not one's better than the other. It's what is more conducive to your lifestyle and what can flow with you. What else about you guys do you...
We hang out every weekend. No joke. It's been like this since like what? Like 2 months ago. He's
Braden's been tagging along.
Yeah, Braden has recently been tagging along for bass, and then it's basically just been the 3 of us, but someone's sick and had a band trip this weekend, so he's not here. Because that's one thing that I like don't want to fall into. It's you don't practice, but you have something to like look up for. Like, let's just say like you talk more than you bite, basically, or you bark more than you bite. Because it's like, oh yes, I'm all this and I'm all that. Get up on a stage, well you're frozen. What do? I don't know. I just try not to be like that. Because big fear of mine, just being something that you boast about and then you turn up with nothing.
You were playing both guitar and bass.
Vocals.
Correct. Well, I mean, just in general,
technically,
not,
yeah, bass.
not
yeah,
in Invictus,
both, yeah,
but
both.
yeah, because you play bass for
It's
Billy's
not
band.
that big of a difference, but yeah. Well, others will disagree.
I mean,
I play with a pick. I'm not a true bassist. Leave me alone.
there's that argument. I mean, I prefer to play bass with my fingers, but I've never judged anyone for playing a pick on the bass.
I like it better. I think it has a sharper sound, in my opinion.
I think
Has
there's
a
a
better-
place for it.
I think
And
that's
if that's
like-
what works for corn-fed, then
Because I think like
That's what Motorhead did, right?
yeah, like Lemmy from Motorhead. I mean, like his bass. I mean, that attack and stuff of his was just outrageous. I mean, there's nothing like it during that time.
He played it like a guitar.
Yeah, I mean, he literally just got a bass, got fuzz, distortion, Marshall, cranked it up, and then there was a guitar.
Adrian's favorite band is that bassist was one of the first bassists to ever use a pick on a bass.
The Beatles?
Yeah, Paul McCartney. And a lot of people judged him for that, but he wasn't supposed to be a bassist. He was the third guitarist. Their bassist left, and since he couldn't share instruments with anyone else, they were like, "You're gonna play bass," because he was left-handed.
It worked out okay.
Yeah,
I think it
pretty
worked out
good.
well. What does playing bass for corn-fed? When you go to those practices, what do you bring back to the table for Inviticus?
Play better. Because I think, like bass with it being the bigger neck, play faster in my opinion. I noticed like
His
whenever...
band experience.
Band experience, yeah, too. just band experience and like learning just how to play in pocket, and also music theory. No joke.
Absolutely.
Billy, whenever we're playing, he'll say E. Whenever I'd first go up there, I'd be like, huh? But he would say E, but now I know what he means, because he would go like E and then A and back to the G, and I know what he's saying now. So like music theory starting to come into play, and like I'm starting to somewhat understand it. But then also it's just playing with people and knowing how that feels. So like later in life, it's just it comes like that.
We joke a lot with the bands that we've had on here before, that it's however many bandmates you have, that's however many, so to speak,
Kids you have to babysit.
significant others you have. No,
Yeah.
no, it's way worse than that.
Oh, yeah.
It's way worse than just the kids thing. At least kids, you can
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
stop it. Significant others, it's more like, please don't do this. You're juggling each other's personalities, but you're also having to make sure that you don't damage that relationship, and with that, if you can't communicate past certain things to get your songs written, then yeah, you're gonna have troublesome times. But it is good that you get to learn from some older guys that have been established and probably fought a lot before, because that's the best ones to learn from, I would think.
Well,
Absolutely.
He's in the band because of that other partner
Sure.
that went out. But it's same thing with Thurber. We introduced him to Thurber, and Thurber loves him to death too. But even you guys, as being 14 and be learning and hearing all the horror stories, so to speak, in the band stuff, it's priceless. It's almost damn near as priceless as the hard practice.
What do you think you can teach the old guys? What do you think that you've learned so far that you're like, wait a minute, we see what you guys are doing. What about trying this instead of what you guys have been doing? To us, to anybody.
It's a good question. Braden likes to listen to like a lot of like Cannibal Corpse, all those people. I feel like that genre of kind of stuff, and even now, there's so much of it. Whenever we went to there was like a show in July of last year at the Ector. There was not a single band that I don't think I could like understand. It's just like I don't understand like what the appeal of like it is. Like Cannibal Corpse, great stuff, like drumming and everything. But it's just like it's been like so copied, repaced, and redone, and it's to the point where it's like, why don't we just go back further instead of going back to earlier? If that makes sense.
No, I get
I'm not
that.
saying anything negative about Cannibal Corpse. I'm saying like the bands after them.
You're talking about like everyone trying to reinvent the wheel
Yes.
as opposed to kind of coming up with their own thing. Is
Yes.
really what you're talking about.
They're painting over the same car.
Yeah. Which
Different color.
I get. I mean, I feel like as musicians, as artists, a lot of the times we do. I mean, y'all are 14. You haven't really spent that much time listening to the radio. But if you do turn on the radio, you'll hear a lot of songs that sound the same. And sometimes it gets boring. And so like you wake up and you're like, I want to hear something new.
It's mainly like it's just mainly like new music too. Like when hearing new music, like a new releases that I like to explore and stuff, it doesn't like give like older bands like Metallica and all them give. I don't know what's about it. It's just like it doesn't have that same effect or feel on me.
So it's almost like there's no authenticity because they're attempting to mimic this specific sound, and if they can't let go of that sound, regardless of what that sound is, we're talking in general, right? You're using that as an example.
Just in general, yeah.
But yeah, so instead of just trying to use their own voice, they're trying to force a sound.
Yeah.
And that's where, that's like that, if anybody could explain what that was, right? They'd be trillionaires. But that's the difference maker between a lot of bands and, the ones that end up in garages, right?
Like anything Billy tells me or anything anyone tells me, I'm very open-minded about it. Like even if they're yelling at me, I guess I should say, or just like messing with me.
Don't sell the farm.
Yep. It's like, it's always like, oh, well, I gotta go back to my place. Like, I have to, practice more, I guess. And then I just feel like it motivates me. And it doesn't make me mad. It just makes me more motivated.
Well, do you have those socials that you want to share with our crowd that we can look everything up on?
Yeah. You said you're on Facebook, so what's the @ for? Does Facebook have ats?
I think it's just Inviticus. It's just Inviticus. INVITICUS.
So on the BamBam-O-Rama Music Festival, that's going to be on June 1st, you're going to be seeing Jacob Renee, Mia Lissette, Nightmare Canvas. We're going to see Inviticus debut on that. We're also going to see
Jackson's Lost Cause, the greatest band to ever come out of West Texas. I'm just kidding.
Do we know about the others yet?
We have Here Lies the Hero and Dad.
Oh, we do have them.
We do have them both.
So we also have Here Lies the Hero and Dad. What does Dad stand for again?
Day After Dead.
Do they
Cecil.
do they keep Day After Dead for the name of the band too?
Yeah.
Yeah, Day After Dead.
They use both.
Just kidding. I love those guys and they know it. So we're looking forward to having those guys out, and of course DJ Dalen Keys is going to be there.
Did we book them? Oh,
Yes, he is booked.
Also, a past guest we've had on the podcast, Bees at breakfast. Did I say it right?
Bees at breakfast.
Ooh.
So a whole mess of good music's going to be there, guys. We'll get our act together, I promise, before then. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us,
Yeah.
Mannix and Elijah. We really
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Thank you for watching, and please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe,
Go check out their socials.
and ours too.
We love you guys.
Love y'all.
You can flip them off too if you like.
Okay.
It's up to you. Oh no, not that one.